see that notification, we about to go live. Yeah, this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co.
Right, good morning and welcome in here on this, what's today? Wednesday morning. It is in my brain schedule, no idea. We appreciate everybody getting in here as it is Tingle & Co. live, brought to you by our friends over at FanDuel. Make sure before the games this week, you check out the FanDuel Sportsbook app and get your bets in ahead of Miami, Ole Miss, and Indiana, Oregon. Some big-time college football playoff semifinal matchups on, they play Thursday? So ahead of tomorrow, that means today, get on FanDuel, check it out, get those bets in so you can get ready and enjoy games that you might not already be very invested in. Invest in them by taking your pick over there at the FanDuel Sportsbook as they bring you our show every single morning.
Allergic to losing.
But good morning. Like Kai Cord said, good morning, Flu fellas. Time for the Flu game.
That's right.
We appreciate everybody supporting us and checking on us as we've battled through sickness for the last couple of days. I am feeling much better today than I was even yesterday morning. Lloyd, how are you, sir?
I'm back. I feel excellent.
Fully. You're rocking and rolling.
Yes, I'm fully engorged from tip to tail.
And Wyatt, you are our resident
health boy.
Yeah, fair enough. And you had to sit in this room with us for about 24 hours.
Right.
Are you feeling fine?
I feel phenomenal.
Okay, yeah. Because that was one question that I was asked actually a good bit were, how are the people that were in the room with you?
I just assumed everybody was.
I was like, I guess they're sick.
There was a fight or flight moment when you guys told me that you were sick, and I saw how down bad you were before the stream when you were doing the show.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I came here. I plan on doing the 24 hours. I can either leave now and not get sick, or I can stick this thing out and potentially get sick. I was having a good time. I was like, you know what?
Risk it.
I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. If I get sick, I get sick. And I didn't get sick. So
risk it for the biscuit. Shout out Sabrion.
I mean, you can't pass up on an opportunity to bond with Rode the way that you did.
Oh, my God.
For first impression, that was it kind of carried the stream for about 2 hours.
It did.
Yeah. What a phenomenal moment in my life.
Right. And his.
Yeah.
He won't forget you.
No, ever.
Now I just need him
ever.
to meet your dad.
I need it. I need it to happen.
Yeah, full
Did
circle.
you tell your dad?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I did bring it up. I asked. I was like, hey, do you remember who the quarterback was in 2000? And he was like, I don't fucking know why. And I was like, I don't know. I was just asking.
Yeah.
I was like, was it Rohan Davey by chance? He was like, it might have been.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, okay, interesting.
Very interesting, Dad.
Rohan Vaughn.
Shout out to Rohan.
Now pitching.
No, we appreciate Rohan. We wouldn't. Like I said yesterday, you, Jonathan, Mac, Rohan, definitely carried the ship while Lloyd and I were.
I gave you a good
coughing,
16
and
hours,
sneezing and sniffling, and sleeping. Because I tuned back in that next morning. Whenever I had texted y'all that because there's no chance I was getting out of bed, that we weren't having a show. I tuned back in. Mac is asleep.
Yeah.
And Jonathan are talking, and Lloyd's asleep.
I was awake.
That's about what I anticipated.
Me and Jonathan were going strong. There were some very interesting conversations we were having. Like, deep into the night when there were like 30 people watching, the would you rathers we were going into were pretty tricky.
Imagine.
Beat the brakes off of Mac and NCAA.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mac for making the drive down from Georgia to join us. But speaking of making the trip to town, Sam Leavitt.
Love it or leave it.
Has made his trip to Baton Rouge and was on campus yesterday visiting with the Tigers, the number one quarterback / player in the portal. And At one point yesterday, and we talked about it yesterday morning, it seemed like it was all in on Leavitt. He was kind of your, and I don't want to say last option because he's the number one quarterback in the portal, and that's a nice option. But when you think about all the other names that had come up with the Trinidad Chamblises and the Sorsbys and the Lagways, and then Leavitt, it's the only name that had kind of come up that was still an option. Lagways, there's been nothing about him or LSU. Sorsby to Texas Tech, Chamblis staying at Ole Miss if he gets a waiver. So then we were kind of sitting there yesterday with the mindset of Leavitt's got to be the guy because you don't have any other options outside of that. Well, he was sitting courtside last night at the PMAC witnessing what was an embarrassing loss for LSU men's basketball. We'll talk about that as well later on this morning. But he was sitting courtside with Lane Kiffin, Whit Weeks, who has been a
consigliere.
Yeah, he's been a recruiting body as he's been at. He was at the Supper Club with Sorsby and then with Leavitt, and then here he is courtside with Kiffin and Leavitt as well.
Do you think Lane's doing that so he's not spending time with his daughter? He's like, why don't you come with me?
No, you hang out with me.
Yeah, let's get to know each other. I don't want you alone with.
I guess that is an interesting. This is a classic father-in-law move,
right?
Like you're gonna, when the dad's a cop, you're gonna come right around with me today,
right?
Yeah,
you're scared straight.
You're gonna watch how it really gets done.
Lane, I know who you are.
But there is Leavitt sitting courtside with Kiffin Weeks.
Because he can't say no.
No, of course he can't say no. Of course not.
What powerful.
And we were talking about it yesterday. Felt like that's the guy. That's kind of the where you were sitting until last night. Some more news breaks, and this is when it all got kind of crazy, right? This is when it all got wild once again. This has not been a normal off season whatsoever, or normal football season really. This is just par for the course where. All signs are pointing towards all in on Sam Leavitt. And then Damon Williams, who announced 4 days ago he was returning to Washington and signed a contract with the Huskies, announces yesterday that he's hitting the transfer portal with a do not contact tag. And when you start to look back at Damon Williams coming out of high school, he had committed to Ole Miss at one point. He goes to Arizona. So obviously he was recruited by Kiffin and Weiss. Well, then going from Arizona to Washington, he gets in the portal when Fish makes the move. And he gets recruited by Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss again. And so the first reaction with this is that it's got Lane Kiffin and LSU written all over it. And so as Lane Kiffin is sitting courtside with Sam Leavitt, this announcement comes out with Damon Williams entering the transfer portal. And it seems like LSU is the hottest name around it. And it's a little messy, right? But it's going to be. That's what this sport is. And Wyatt, I asked you about it when we first came in, your thoughts on it, because you have been pretty vocal when we've talked about quarterbacks that we like and that we've watched. There's been the Levitts, the Underwoods, the Chamblis, go down the list. You have been the biggest Damon Williams advocate in this room. And why is that?
I think he just fits the offense so perfectly and what Lane Kiffin wants to do. I think if you were to take Damon Williams footage and make it black and white and just have silhouettes running around and you put it next to Trinidad Chamblis's footage, I don't think you would be able to
distinguish
tell them apart. It's right. The same thing. He's a little bit shorter, but he can run. He's a phenomenal runner. He's got arm talent that can go 1-1 in the draft. I mean, the accuracy is there. I don't know that he's as decisive as Trinidad Chamblis is, but I mean, Trinidad Chamblis is playing in Lane Kiffin's scheme. So right. If we see Damon Williams in that scheme, we may see some leaps there.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree on the skill set. Extremely impressive. And we're definitely going to dive more into it as the show rolls on this morning. But we do have a very special guest, as we do every single Wednesday, joining us this morning to continue the LSU football conversation and get you ready to continue to push through this 2026 offseason. And that is as we are joined by Jacques Doucet in just a moment. We're going to take a quick break. We'll reset, come back. We'll have JD with us to talk some LSU football right after this.
Hey, JD.
Third, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granding at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff.
Where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here to hour number one this morning as we are rolling through talking some LSU football this morning. We are joined by the best in the business, the sports director over at WAFB, Jacques Doucet, joining us. JD, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Happy New Year. How's everybody?
We're doing well over here. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm waking up, having a coffee, and maybe you guys can inform me what I missed while I was sleeping last night in the world of the transfer portal and LSU football.
Yeah, it just continues to be the craziest football season I can remember into the craziest off season I can remember, and it just doesn't seem to be slowing down. I want to get it started just asking about the dynamic right now between LSU and Ole Miss, because there's a lot that can be made of it, obviously, and I think it got thrown off last week because a majority of us, and speaking for myself, I think we're expecting the timeline to be somewhat of they go play Georgia, they lose to Georgia, the staff comes back, the portal opens, everything works out fine. Well, then Ole Miss screws it up and they beat the Bulldogs in New Orleans, and now it's just getting a little bit messier. What have been your takeaways from this coaching dynamic between the Rebels and the Tigers and the swapping of
and the Bears, oh my,
support staff, the whole thing? What have been your takeaways?
Yeah, I guess I was leaving the LSU women's basketball game last Thursday after they lost to Kentucky, got in the car. Ole Miss had a 10-point lead over Georgia. Thing goes back and forth, and then an incredible ending. Chambliss makes a huge throw for the field goal with 5 seconds left, and I think had Ole Miss lost that night, perhaps they would have lost a lot of momentum in terms of the players they were going to keep for 2026 and some other things. I think Ole Miss fans, as I don't blame them for whatsoever, have really tried to prop up Pete Golding as a big factor in their success, and that they are going to continue to roll with him as the head coach. And I think that Maybe I didn't give him enough credit for the success that they've had at Ole Miss, but at the same time, I laughed and said, Les Miles won a national championship his third year at LSU, and a lot of people tried to discredit him by saying he won with Nick Saban's players. And Lane Kiffin stepped away from LSU, from Ole Miss 15 minutes ago, and suddenly he has nothing to do with the success of the Ole Miss Rebels. So that is ridiculous. Try to have a little bit of objectivity. But I will say that it seems like we all expected LSU to be doing a little bit better in the portal with Kiffin than what they've done so far. Now it seems like they're picking up steam, and yesterday I think they added 4 players. But you're still waiting on that big quarterback to build the team around. But in terms of the dynamics of the fans, certainly the ones online are there have been a lot of interactions between the fans online. At the same time, I think there's a lot of people that have jobs and kids and go to work every day and are busy that are not participating in that stuff. Certainly Scott Woodward, I remember when he first got the job, he was talking about what percentage of Americans actually have a Twitter or X account and how many are actually active. So the ones who are on there, they're certainly very active. They've got a lot to say to each other back and forth. And certainly September the 19th in Oxford next year, when LSU opens up SEC play, when they go down there, it's going to be a sight to see. I may not want to stand next to Kiffin. Batteries are going to be thrown from the stands and whatnot. The National Guard to protect LSU football. But it's LSU's going to have to kind of swallow their pride and suck it up for a bit. This is going to be uncomfortable, especially if Ole Miss makes it to the national championship game. But I think we've been talking for a while that one way or the other, Lane Kiffin was going to look bad. Either Ole Miss was going to lose early in the playoffs and it was going to be his fault because he screwed up the chemistry and the flow of everything by leaving, or they're going to make it deep or win the whole thing and they're going to rub it in his face, see, we did it without you. So that's where it is.
And when you think of the fact that right now there are coaches traveling to and from Baton Rouge to Oxford, like Charlie Weiss, Kevin Smith, those people. To you, just your personal opinion, are you of the feeling that I think a lot of the fan base has shifted towards where it's just kind of like, let us have our coaches back. We're not going to continue to lend our LSU coaches that we're paying to Ole Miss to support them. Because I feel like it's kind of a PR game between LSU and Ole Miss of who wants to look like the bad guy, and Ole Miss wants to win, but they don't want LSU in the building because of the tampering, the whole back and forth. You personally, how do you feel about the coaches traveling to and from?
It sounds exhausting, first of all.
Yes.
And second of all, I can't imagine being yanked in 2 different directions by 2 major SEC football schools at the same time. Back to our point, had Ole Miss lost the game, they're out, it's over, transfer portal opens January 2nd, and Ole Miss, the coaches that are coming to LSU can focus on the portal 100%. Now, I'm sure you got Kiffin and Charlie Weiss's ear. Okay, we need this guy, we need to add that guy, and Ole Miss is saying, okay, how we're going to attack this Miami defense. And it's just, I don't know how he divides up his day. Ole Miss has got to add players for their team next year as well. You got a red shirt in your car. You put your purple shirt on. You change back to your red shirt. I mean, I feel bad. I don't want to say I feel bad for Ole Miss. I don't hate Ole Miss. I don't care. But I don't have any ill will for Ole Miss. I would have liked to seen them just be able to carry this thing from the start to the finish with Lane Kiffin, with their players, with their coaches, and then Kiffin come to LSU and, February, March, or whatever. They've got to fix the calendar. I'm not breaking any news there. We've been talking about this all year. They got to fix the calendar on things. But I can't imagine, trying to work for LSU and Ole Miss at the same time, and the looks Ole Miss fans are giving me if I'm going to LSU, and the people in the meetings and whatnot. But at the same time, I got to swallow my pride and work with this guy because I want to win a national title. It's wild. It is certainly wild, and they've got to fix it because it just tears away at the fabric of team sports. When when these teams get together for their strength and conditioning programs or whatever in January, and we start, we're supposed to be on a journey together. We're all in this together. We want to win a championship together. And all this stuff just really pulls and tears at that. I realize we're in free agency season, but last night I said, man, all we're doing these days is reporting on individuals instead of teams. Yeah. We're reporting on individuals and where this guy's going and this guy's leaving and how much money he's getting. I think it's a turnoff for a lot of people, but at the same time, it does create this new free agency season that fans are really paying attention to all day long.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to ask you, is you're seeing schools and teams announce, players re-signing, being retained. Like, it's not a safe assumption anymore to think that, this player's staying at LSU because they haven't said anything, or, that they haven't entered the portal, so they must be staying here. But then you see, LSU's been doing it, where they announce the players that are returning, and you saw South Carolina did it with Dylan Stewart the last 2 years, that he's re-signed a new deal. What is, for you to see that, the announcement of, they're coming back? It feels like the sport has changed drastically in such a short period of time, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I talk about this and say I want it to be the way it used to be without sounding old, and you don't get with the times and whatnot. But, at the same time, when you were growing up, you don't eat chocolate cake for breakfast. Some adult needs to step in and say, no, we don't do it this way. We got to have some principles. But we talked about it plenty. Your senior day now, you got guys running out of the tunnel who the fans, they don't even know who they are. They've been on campus for 5-6 months. The days of the 3 and 4 year player at LSU and getting to know the player, and you hope the player walks away from LSU saying, this place changed my life, and Tiger Stadium and the traditional white jersey and all the things that fans grew up to love about LSU. You just wonder now if LSU is just a stopping point for people to get money to play football, to prop up their NFL stock and then hit the door. You'd want them to love LSU and to love their teammates and all those different things that might sound hokey and corny. But, I think it's kind of, just the whole, this is nothing new, but the whole recruiting process and the whole, right. Hey, I'm making an announcement today for my 10 final schools. All right, we all stand and wait for that. All right, hey, I'm announcing where I'm going on July the 15th. We all go. Hey, I'm having my official signing on, it's just, we do the same thing like 3 times. And it's just people drawing a lot of attention to themselves. And in this case, we got to announce who's coming back from our roster that's already here. Is what it is. We just go along with it. I can't influence it. You can't.
Right.
It is what it is.
And speaking of who stays and who goes from the roster, one thing that we saw, obviously it's grown throughout the roster with the portal opening, but early on, that the entire offensive line, it felt like, for LSU had entered their name into the transfer portal, and more have continued on. And you're going to have to, in a way, rebuild that room through the portal. And my question to you is, how possible is it to build a position group and a position room like that through the portal in this one off season for next year?
Well, I think your spring football is crucial because whoever the quarterback's going to be, whether it's Sam Leavitt or Damon Wilson or whoever is going to be this guy, he's going to be throwing to people who he's never thrown to before. You got a wide receiver coming in from Old Dominion, a wide receiver from Hawaii, the guy they got from Kansas State yesterday. These guys, you're throwing them together, and you've got to get chemistry down and timing down and friendship down. And then, like you said, an offensive line that is going to be totally thrown together. I think you kind of want to carry his Kern maybe to come back. I think I told you a week ago at the bowl game, I pointed a camera at him to just get some shots of him, and he didn't like that one bit. He was shooing me away. Tyree Adams, I think you would have kind of maybe wanted him to come back. But yeah, I mean, you got to rebuild your offensive line. So Kejuan Lacey is staying at Ole Miss. I think there was a lot of people just assuming that he was going to come over, be your running back. So Harlem Berry stays, which you expected. But then you get some guy from Charlotte. By the way, Charlotte, a 1-11 football team last year. This guy ran for 260 yards all year and 1 touchdown. I don't know how good he's going to be, although Lane Kiffin and his coaching staff have seemed to find a way to find guys and really, make them better than what you expected. Defensively, I guess you feel fairly good about it, but got the guy from Clemson yesterday who's decent, I guess, and then you got a guy that kind of feels like an A.J. Halsey in the secondary. Benefield, the guy from Boise State, experienced guy, all-conference player. So, but yeah, on the offensive side of the ball, who's your quarterback? Who's protecting him? The timing with the wide receivers? Who's the guy that's going to team up with Harlem Berry in the backfield? A lot of questions to be answered here on what's today's date? We're June the 5th, 6th? 7th. Okay, so the portal closes the 16th. What's the rule with Ole Miss? Like, whenever their season ends, their guys have like a certain amount of days to get in the portal and get out? Or I've been meaning to look that up too. So, anyway, but yeah, it seems like Pete Golding has done a decent job of retaining his roster and not getting those guys to leave to go to LSU. But at the same time, if you're an Ole Miss player, how do you announce when your team is 1 win away from the national title? Yeah, I'm going to play for somebody else next year. I mean, how does that work? So, anyway.
Yeah. No.
CFP teams get an extra 5 days.
Extra 5 days, like from when your season ends. So if they would lose to Miami, their guys would have 5 days to decide if they're coming back or not.
No. Just if you play in the national championship game, you get an extra 5 days. So it goes extends for those two teams to the 24th. I don't know how all of these arbitrary rules were written in sand and then decided to be turned into the 10 Commandments of the college football transfer portal. But here we are, JD, because I'm kind of even though I guess you would consider me a younger fan, but at some point it does become I will always root for the purple and gold, and I'll always root for LSU. But there was a sense of watching somebody go from a freshman to a sophomore to a junior to a senior, and even when it became, you can leave as a junior, that was like, oh man, I would like to have seen him one more year, right? Like, you love to see the development of players. Now it feels like every year you sit down with the roster, you can literally just crumple it up and go get a new one. You're like, all right, here's 45 more names to learn. It's like, okay, I'll do this. Like, I love to watch A.J. Halsey play. I love to watch Mansour Delane play. It's great, but at some point it does become what happened to see Jamarcus Russell warm up as a freshman on the sideline, to see him get to play, to see him go in as a sophomore, to see him go into Tennessee and win, to see him beat Alabama in overtime, and then to see him, ultimately against Notre Dame and go, wow, that's going to be the first overall pick. And you got to watch the whole thing develop. And now I wonder if we can pay enough money to go get Washington's quarterback who signed a contract, but maybe you can buy him out of that contract to have him for 1 year at LSU, and he'll become the first overall pick, and you can win a national championship.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's a million stories I could talk about. A Nick Brossette, for example, who his first 3 years at LSU struggled mightily, didn't score a single touchdown, and his senior year, he goes out, he rushes for over 1,000 yards and scores like 13 touchdowns. I mean, those are great stories to tell. Those are the kind of things that you like to tell. Matt Flynn, who, just his 5th year rises up and quarterbacks the national championship team. People don't want to hear about the transfer portal from last year, the number 1 transfer portal class in the country that you paid $20 million for, and then you got a 7-5 season out of it, and guys that are gone and you'll never talk to or see again. Those kind of things don't make people feel good. It's like, I don't know, going to spend $300 on a steak dinner, and what you got is you could have got it at Waffle House or something.
Right.
It's just you're not getting what you pay for. So yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I mean, the team, the Kevin Falks, who played 4 years at LSU, the Alan Fanekas, who played 3 years at LSU. You just go Leonard Fournette. I know he was in and out. He was kind of the beginning of the, I'm not going to play the whole year type thing. I mean, that's been
he got
10 years
crucified for not playing in the bowl game, and that was the biggest deal ever.
Correct. I had some guy the other day, or a couple of people online. I don't know if they just felt like being angry. Started going after Garrett Nussmeier for not playing in the Texas Bowl back in 2021.
Oh my God.
It's like the head coach himself said, "You're not playing in the game. You're going to lose the whole year of eligibility by playing in this game." So, and then like men's basketball. I mean, we're putting $9 million into this roster. I realize the guy's hurt, but you got $2 million, and De'Don Thomas just sitting there on the bench as the team starts 0-2. I mean, these things don't make people happy, and so you just throw a bunch of money at guys who just come over here and then they play a year and then they leave, and the results aren't great. I mean, that kind of stuff doesn't make you feel great, but like I said, the toothpaste is out of the tube, as they say. Horse is out of the barn. Pick your cliche.
Yes.
Well, JD, what do y'all have going on over at WFB coming up?
Let's see. What are we doing today? Certainly, we'll continue. We're going to start working on our high school football player of the year. We got to choose our 9 finalists and choose who the winner of that's going to be. It looks like we're going to have an LSU baseball preseason special in February, and some other things. Certainly, I did not expect the LSU men and women to go a combined 0-4 to start SEC play, but that's where we're at. Kim Mulkey and crew are going to go to Georgia tomorrow. We got plenty of stuff going on. Southern Jaguars now crossing over into basketball season as well. So WAP.com and follow me on X.
Well, JD, we appreciate you, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Okay, guys, appreciate it.
Yep, thank you. There he is, Jacques Doucet, the sports director over at WAFB, the best in the business, who makes time for us every single Wednesday. We appreciate him getting in here this morning.
There it is.
There it is.
I meant to ask him. Imagine, I guess he saw and I didn't want to. This is not to make him feel old. I mean, I was existing before the internet at some point, but to go through the stages of pre-internet, internet, to AOL, like email, beepers, to cell phones, to
what it is now,
Twitter. I didn't even ask for these people's opinions, and I get to see them, and it's just the most bizarre world we live in, because that's what does it. I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things, but like message boards also, where it's like you get all of this information, people take it in, and some people take it as gospel, some people don't. Right. Some people like look at it to go. My favorite thing that people do is they put it out on the internet, and they're not right about their opinion. They go, "Oh, I was just doing it for clicks," but they actually did want to be right. But when you're wrong, you don't double down at all. You're like, "Oh, I was just hoping to get some retweets," and it's just. There should be some sanctimony in all of this, but I guess I could shitpost too if I'd like.
You could, 1,000%. You'd be pretty good at it too.
Yeah.
But the free will is there. Mm-hmm. And that's what social media brings out more than anything. Is
speaking of,
free will is a real thing. Like you can do whatever you want.
You'd be proud of me.
Okay.
I went to the CVS yesterday. I'm so mad at myself.
Okay.
I went to the CVS yesterday, pick up my prescription. I don't know why I even did this. I checked to make sure my prescription in there. There's 2 prescriptions in there, no one not for me. And the prescription, the other one, is like 3 bottles of pure, unadulterated Viagra. And I was like, fuck yeah. That would be awesome to have. Could sell them, do whatever. Take them, walk around hard all day.
Right.
Do whatever I want with it. And instead, I brought them back. And I gave him back, and I almost like, wait, no. But I was like, and I thought of
Good
you,
job.
flaccid. And I was like, Noah would be proud of me that I actually gave this back. Because I did think that woman could lose her job if that guy. Then I thought of the guy.
Right.
Because if he shows up, also flaccid, like,
where's my
special day? This is a big day for me.
Imagine his birthday was coming up.
Yeah, or like anniversary. Like, gotta have him, clearly, because it's a lot.
Yeah.
And so I did think about him.
Good job.
But it could have been no harm, no foul. If I don't check, I'm not going to go back.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah, good job.
Imagine you had taken him and then dropped the glass last night.
Oh, God.
That'd have been a lot of blood.
It would have been a lot of blood.
Yeah.
But dead. Maybe I wouldn't have bled at all.
You could have bled out, yeah.
Yeah, or it just would have all been in one place and not my foot.
Fair enough.
But that's the world we live in. So
it is.
Because usually...
Good job, Lord.
Oh, I'm so mad.
Good job.
What's the street price for that?
Way to return. I have no idea.
I bet
Chat.
Christian knows.
Christian would probably know. But yeah, no, it's a crazy. The social media stuff is crazy. And with that, I mean, we are in the thick of it with transfer portal season rolling. As really one of the things that I've had to adjust my brain to is LSU being the villain, like everybody's villain. Like it's not just Ole Miss fans' villain. No, it's everyone's, right? It's Damon Williams enters last night, and it's of course it's that scumbag Lane Kiffin and LSU, right? Of course they're gonna create this situation where he commits and signs and does the contract. Now he's trying to get out of it, and LSU's just the worst. And they're tampering with this roster, and they obviously tampered with Williams. And it really is something that I've had to sit back and like adjust to reading. And I'm not mad about it, but it's just like you understand that everybody's tampering, right? I mean, Carius Kern signed with Ole Miss, did he not?
Yeah.
And is that not the same situation as what Ole Miss, what Kiffin and his staff are doing with Ole Miss, where
Frank Wilson talked to him.
You recruit the roster that you were a part of. And this idea that Lane Kiffin and them are behind because they haven't gotten the Ole Miss. Why would the Ole Miss players enter now? They're still playing. Right? And so I saw it again last night with the Damon Williams situation. And look, I get it because from a college football perspective, this Williams situation, it's a mess, right? Like he just signed, he just agreed to go back to the Huskies, and he did the whole deal, and he signed the contract, and he's getting the rev share money, whatever. And then a handful of days later, his name's entered in the transfer portal with a do not contact tag. Right? When we look at it without the LSU perspective, that LSU's the hand at play here, it's messy. Like he just signed, but now he's entering with the do not contact tag. It's tampering is what it is. But guess what? That's what the sport is. And so you can be upset with LSU for tampering or doing their due diligence on athletes and players. It's what the sport is. Every player that enters with a do not contact tag has heard from somebody. And Damon Williams last night was another example of it. But then when you put the LSU glasses back on, it's great for LSU because my personal opinion, I'm a fan of Sam Leavitt. I think he's a very good quarterback. The Liz Frank injury is, I said it yesterday, the one thing that gives me more pause than anything else. Missing an entire spring of, like Jacques just talked about, trying to mesh with receivers and create a chemistry throwing them the ball, learning the playbook, right? Learning to play behind a group of five with the offensive line. All of those things that you use spring football to accomplish. With that injury, he won't be able to do so, right? And so with Damon Williams entering, a guy that, in my opinion, I feel like fits the scheme better, 2 years of eligibility, right? Because he's a sophomore.
A true sophomore, yeah.
So 2 years of eligibility. And he's healthy, right? He show right up, go to spring practice, and be rocking and rolling. And when you sit and you turn the film on, you watch him play, he fits exactly what Lane Kiffin's trying to do. And there are some Chambliss-like qualities when you're sitting and watching him, like Wyatt said. And so it's a huge win for LSU that now there are options, right? Because you've kind of ended up in a situation with Leavitt where you're all in on him, but he just took a visit to Kentucky, and it seems like they're out of the picture. But now he's headed to Tennessee, and who knows what Oregon's going to do because they are still playing, but they're 1,000% in the quarterback market because Dante Moore you'd expect is going to the NFL draft. And this has kind of been who Oregon has been, right? Going from Nix to Gabriel to now Moore, who even though he was there for 2 years, he still transferred in from UCLA. Right? They've been in the portal market, so that is still another team that's out there that could be a part of the Leavitt sweepstakes. And when you've shrunk down a list to one name, it leaves a lot up for interpretation. And there's a lot more risk associated with it. And so with Damon Williams, it creates a situation where not only do you have options, he is a player. But I get it. I get looking at the situation and being like, it's a little messy. But it's the sport. This is college football. And as an LSU fan, looking at it, I mean, you can't not be excited for the situation and the way that your program is handling it, the way the sport is allowing, whether you think it's good or not. They're taking full advantage of the current season of the sport, where players can commit and decommit and sign and enter the portal with a do not contact tag.
I think it's kind of the same general idea of like Ole Miss teams in the past couple of years have taken advantage of the fake injury thing.
Right.
Where if you don't like it, change the rule.
Of course.
Like if you can't enforce the rules, you have to change it. As long as I can do this and gain an advantage, like I'm going to continue to do it, and that's what Lane Kiffin's doing. Like, and you have to do it to be competitive.
No, I mean I said it last week. I think was cheaters never win except in the transfer portal. You have to tamper. You have to be involved in tampering if you want to be successful.
If you're not tampering, you're not trying.
It's just it's the sport. And as of right now, your biggest hole on your roster is the quarterback position. You do not have a scholarship quarterback on this roster if you're LSU. And you have to hit on a quarterback.
If you're Sam Leavitt, he's not. He has a 2 eyes, a mouth, 2 ears, and a cell phone.
Right.
But imagine that he's sitting next to Lane Kiffin, and all of this is kind of happening in real time. How do you think, does that sway you one way or the other? You're like, I might be first choice, I might be second choice, but I didn't know there was competition. And now you see LSU's name pop up. And let us put this firmly in the middle of the table at Thanksgiving. LSU is not the only team eating at the Damon Williams stakes.
No.
And it's all been framed very much toward LSU because you've heard Oregon's name mentioned, you've heard other schools mentioned. But it's all been because LSU is wearing the black hat this year and the 2026.
Of course.
It's everybody's pointing and looking at Lane Kiffin and LSU and they're tampering, and Washington is looking to press charges and sanctions and all of these things. And Jeb, what's his name, Jed or Jeb? Jeb is majored in criminology, and it's like, oh, that's going to get him. Like, he's a football coach. You think he did anything in criminology? Like, take fingerprints, buddy. Like, there's nothing you can do about it because there's really no rules. But it does feel like everybody's pointing to LSU, and I do think it'll be interesting because of having Leavitt literally in one room and you're trying to walk one girl out the door and bring another one in at the same time.
Right.
And you can get caught and have 0, or you could have 1. A bird in the hand is worth, what is it? 2 in the bush? 2 bushes? Like, there is a chance where you get caught kind of doing what you're doing and you get no quarterback, where Leavitt's like, I'll go to Kentucky. And then you could have the possibility of Damon Williams not being able to come to LSU, having to stay at Washington, or going to Oregon if Dante Moore leaves. I don't know if Dante Moore wants to necessarily go play for the Jets. I would stay in Oregon and collect a $5 million check and go, maybe next year. But if it does all those revolving doors all come up, and you're like, we don't have a quarterback. But I do think Damon Williams is worth playing the game.
Yeah, no, I mean
69% completion percentage and was far and away the MVP at the Manning Passing Academy wasn't even close.
Well, and with Leavitt, and I said it to Wyatt this morning, with the way it all kind of worked out, I was surprised that there wasn't an announcement. And maybe one will come today. But to me, the longer it goes without one, the least likely it is, because LSU needs a quarterback, right? Leavitt was the one circled at the top of the list after Sorsby goes to Tech and Chambliss is out. And so everything, the way my brain operates is, okay, you would get the deal done. Mm-hmm. Ty Benefield, the safety that committed and signed to LSU, he comes to campus and guess what? Boom. He's signed to be on next year's roster. That's how my expectation for how the Leavitt situation would have went, and it hasn't.
And if you're Washington and Damon Williams is looking for a way out, are you just doing this to say we're taking a stand for college football? Just no, you can't do this. If you have a quarterback that's if LSU is in those shoes and you have a quarterback that's actively, I signed a contract, I went out the contract, I don't want to play here, but you're no, you have to play here. It's do you really want him to play, or you just stash him on the back of the roster?
What can you really do to what control does Washington have? What
the contract.
Power do they have? Right, there's a contract, but
it would be the only other thing that would make any. Obviously, there's not really rules, right? That's
right.
Not the guidelines in which we're operating, contract or no contract. But
right.
Even in a business world, if I want you bad enough, even in the business world, if I want that employee bad enough, I'll pay his salary and pay him to come here. And everybody would kind of shake hands with that.
Right.
Okay, you want him like that? Here's foot. You could also say no.
Right.
But it does feel like that it doesn't matter what Washington says, and if
because he's in the portal.
Yeah, because even if you were under contract, I can quit. You can't hold me hostage. I don't have to work here. Mm-hmm. I can quit, tear it up, and say, no, I'm no longer under contract. I am not working here. Mm-hmm. So, that you can also do that it's a free market. If you are confident enough in your skills, you hate where you work. If you work at Amazon and you're tired of packing boxes, you're I want to go work at Temu. You can do that. You can just say, you're under contract. Right. No, I'm not. I quit. So you can quit. And he can quit Washington and be I don't play football. It's but this offer.
Because that's where I'm at. So personally, I want Damon Williams.
Because if you retire, right, even in sports.
Right. You're done. Derek
Rob
Carr.
Gronkowski.
Right. He retired a Patriot and he came back a Buccaneer.
Because they were going to trade him.
To the Lions, yeah.
And he was nah, quit.
No, I'm done. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
But even in the NFL, don't you have to sit out a year? Didn't he have to sit out that year?
Yeah, you have to be removed.
Because he was on the booth? Or smashed a man of himself?
Personally, myself, I want Damon Williams. If I'm choosing between the two quarterbacks, that's who I'm picking. You watch the film, he fits the scheme, the whole deal. That's who I would choose. And that's why I sit here and I'm what power does Washington really have? You signed the contract, but he can just get out of it, or LSU can pay however it works out. What power do they really have to enforce and control where Williams goes? Because in my opinion, they don't have much power, and if the roles were reversed and this was LSU trying to fight and hold on to a guy they just signed to a contract, I would probably be viewing or feeling differently about it. But ultimately, what power does Washington have? What can they truly do to stop Williams from entering the portal, committing and signing somewhere else?
What is the end game for them? I don't really understand. It's just to send a message,
right?
Because you can't even if you let's just say, and this isn't going to happen, they win the whole thing, and Damon Williams has to stay at Washington. He's not going to play. There's no way he's going to play in that situation. So what is the end game for Washington? Like, they're just trying to send a message.
If you
it's
can't
just
have
to prove
him,
a point.
Yeah, if I can't have him, neither can you.
Nobody can.
You can't hold this guy hostage and say you have to play here for less money. That's not going to happen.
And
oops.
When you don't want to play here. And really, like Lloyd said, why would I want to play a quarterback who doesn't want to play here? You know, like, I mean, he's obviously wants to go play somewhere else.
It's true. I guess at some point, maybe, if you just compete, you want to win. Like, that's what you're hoping if you're watching. You trot him out there.
Right.
And it's like, well, it's fun to play football, and I'm good at it. But that's a tough bet to make.
It is.
I hope you care when you start playing. And how are your teammates going to look at you?
And your fans? You're going to get booed by your own fans.
Once you throw for 40 touchdowns.
Washington fans have already started to do the Jaden Daniels thing where you're throwing the tomatoes at the guy that's walking out the door.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone does it.
He was never good, apparently.
Yeah, I mean...
Who?
DeMond Williams, according to Washington fans.
I love when people do that.
I know.
It's classic.
You have to, as a college football fan.
It's just respect for
No, I mean, you have to be... Okay, let's take a little bit of... Let's have 3 tequila shots and tell me how you really feel about DeMond Williams. Like, I can't... that's the best player I've ever seen. Jake Locker and Michael Penix.
Yeah. The funniest one is Lane Kiffin was never a good coach from Ole Miss fans.
Right.
Pete Golding built that program, which is the wildest thing in the world.
That was the point I love that Jacques made, where it was like, when Les won in 2007... And we still say it to this day.
Yeah, it's not a secret.
We say, well, Les won with, guess what? Those were Knicks players.
Yeah.
It was Saban's team. Saban and Miles won with it. But now this is not Lane Kiffin's team that is playing the season that he has coached them.
Pete recruited it. And he's calling the offensive plays. It's been Charlie's offense this whole time. What are y'all talking about?
And guess what? Charlie Weiss is going to LSU.
That would be the only...
And that's also a big win for LSU in this quarterback discussion. Was just a couple of days ago, there was some smoke that popped up out of nowhere about Charlie Weiss and the New York Giants and being up for an NFL OC job, and will he stay in Baton Rouge? And he shut that down and said that he's excited to be LSU's offensive coordinator and he's staying in Baton Rouge, which is huge for LSU in the quarterback sweepstakes that they're in.
As
your offensive coordinator planting his flag in Baton Rouge and saying, no, I'm going to be here.
That's the funniest thing that they're doing is even Pete Golding's like, that's Charlie's offense. He's not staying. So it doesn't matter who's calling the plays. He won't be there next year. Nope. So you can say it all you want and try to take subtle digs or overt digs at Lane Kiffin. Pete, you're doing the same thing that Lane Kiffin does, whether you like it or not. You're acting the exact same way as what you would say is bad behavior. You're doing it the same thing just with a beard. You're just doing it more southern.
Some other commitments yesterday. Jace Brown, wide receiver from Kansas State, commits to the Tigers. Player, right? I think this is the most experienced receiver they've brought in through the portal, and on top of that, I think this is the first one that's only got 1 year of eligibility, right? The other ones have multiple years.
I know he only has one. I'm not sure on the other two.
And so this is the one where it's you're signed to LSU for next season. You're coming to play wide receiver. He's the number 3 receiver in the portal. 115 catches for 1,972 yards and 13 touchdowns across his 3 seasons in Manhattan as he joins Lane Kiffin's offense. A huge commitment yesterday there, and he's a playmaker. And once again, Lane Kiffin and his offensive staff do an excellent job identifying talent and bringing in players that fit their scheme and what they are trying to do. And that's exactly what this is. I think all 3 receivers
goes so hard.
Have a catch average of they average 17 plus yards per catch. So they're just big plays waiting to happen, and they're going to fit this offense extremely well. This is once again Lane Kiffin and his staff showing off their ability to identify talent. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they also get a commitment from Ty Benefield. And I don't know if anyone saw some of the clips of him playing, but he is a player. And the same way I just talked about Lane Kiffin and the offensive staff is this. I feel the exact same about Blake Baker and the defensive staff. When they identified talent, right? Blake Baker identified A.J. Halsey, identified Mansour Lane, go down the list, Bernard Gooden, to Marcus Cooley, these guys that they brought in through the portal last season that came in and made instant impacts. With Delane and Halsey ended up being All-Americans, right? When they identify players that fit their scheme, right, and have certain attributes about them and characteristics as a player that allow for you to be more free in the way you use them. In 2025, Boise State safety Ty Benefield had 107 tackles, 8.5 TFLs, 4 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. He is an absolute playmaker in the defensive backfield and a huge get for this defensive backfield when you think about a safety core of Deshaun Spears to Marcus Cooley, Ty Benefield, and the way they can be at free, strong, star, who will play where, and the fact that Blake Baker gets to be creative in who he puts in what spot to make his defense the best. You should be very, very excited about that addition. Those 2 additions in Brown and Benefield as they signed with the Tigers yesterday. Massive additions to LSU and what they've done this offseason in the transfer portal. Don't forget, every single day we're brought to you by AJ Sports Cards right there off of Drusilla Lane. 3348 Drusilla Lane is the address for AJ Sports Cards. Make sure you go over there, check them out. Follow them on social media at AJ Sports Cards 225BR on Instagram and AJ Sports Cards on Facebook. They'll keep you up to date on everything they've got. If they've got events coming up, if they've got specials they're running, all of those things, they keep you up to date on social media. So make sure you follow them there and go check them out in person at 3348 Drusilla Lane. That's a nice little Tyler Shuck card right there.
Pulled by a customer in the shop yesterday.
Come on. That could be you. If you go to AJ Sports Cards, we appreciate them as they've supported us since day one here. We'll take a quick break here as we've entered hour number 2 this morning and come right back after this.
You can get a Mew.
Wardos was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing. Built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here to hour number 2. As during the break, I had a nice little cough attack. I continue to sniffle my nose.
Or a heart attack.
As Lloyd and I continue to recover from the flu, and when you do that, you go to a doctor that you can trust, and it's hard to find people that are good at what they do. It's hard to find a doctor that's good at making sure you can get rid of that flu. Shout out to the Zofluza pill, because that's good at making you feel better. I tell you what, I took it, fell asleep, woke up, new man. But it is hard to find people who are so good at what they do, and it's just like if you're hiring, how can you find the best people for all different roles on your team? It's pretty easy. It's ZipRecruiter. Right now, try it for free at this website, this link right here, ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter.com/audio. Because ZipRecruiter uses multiple different things to help you find the right people. They have matching technology, which works fast to find top talent, so you're not wasting time, you're not wasting money that you've invested. It is all very, very simple using ZipRecruiter's matching technology. And also, they have their advanced resume database. So ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, where you can instantly unlock top candidates' contact info that fit exactly what you were looking for. So using that matching technology and that resume database, you'll find the right people for the different roles on your team. Let ZipRecruiter help you find the best people for every single one of those roles. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And you can see for yourself if you just use this exclusive web address right below, right on the bottom of the screen, to use ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Last night, LSU men's basketball fell in their SEC home opener as they faced off against South Carolina in the PMAC, 78-68, and they are now 0-2 in conference play, along with the women's team as well. And look, it was not a pretty one last night, as the Tigers got out to a pretty big deficit to open it up and just were not able to bring it all the way back. I think they got it to 6 at one point in the second half and made a game out of it, but they just weren't able to close the gap. And it's a tough thing to do, right? Basketball is a game of runs. Teams go on runs, and you saw it to their advantage against Texas A&M, where they went on a run to open the second half in response to one that A&M went on to get back in the game.
McKinnon open look.
They were able to keep that one close and play competitive and take the lead at one point. But last night, they got out to too big of a deficit. I mean, when you go down, I think it was 18-3 to open the game up. You were losing 50-25 at halftime. It's just you're going to be hard pressed to ever win a basketball game when you start one like that. When you open up a game going down the way you did, and then just not putting it together as the game continues on. You needed a run in the first half and you didn't get one. You're down 25 at halftime. It's too much to ask of the team to come back and win that game in the second half. You know, if you are down 25 at halftime, you can't expect to come back and win that in the second half. Especially when your best player is not playing basketball, right? And last night was one that I cannot blame on the fact that you're missing DJ Thomas. The loss to Texas A&M, you know, I felt like I saw a lot of good things from that game, even though you lost it. You lost 75-72 last week to Texas A&M, but you saw a team that battled. I saw some really nice things in the half court to get some shots in the second half. You made shots. McKinnon and Nwoko both played really well. You know, Jalen Reese struggled in the full court press and not turning the basketball over. You visibly saw the effect that not having DJ Thomas had, right? And in my opinion, I could associate that loss with the fact that your starting point guard, who's also your best player, was not on the court. Your turnover numbers were inflated. You know, things didn't go as smooth out of full court press as they have because your point guard's not there. I could associate that with that first loss to Texas A&M. Last night, I wish I could just say it's because DJ Thomas wasn't playing, but that's not the case. They came out and they got beat straight up by a South Carolina team that ultimately is a team you should be able to beat, that you should be expected to win against. Right? They were 0-1 with a loss to Vanderbilt, who you play next in their SEC schedule. But I mean they've lost to Clemson, to Virginia Tech. They also lost to Butler and Northwestern earlier in the season. They were a team that ultimately, in the grand scheme of things from an SEC schedule perspective, you should have been able to handle business against. And instead, you go out and you go down huge to start the game and down 25 at the half. You know, turnover numbers are still increased, but they're not anything they were last year. I mean, last year you were turning the ball over 20 times a game. It was 14 last night. But what happened was South Carolina came out drilling shots to open the game up. They made, I think, their first 9 shots from the field to start the basketball game. And when you go down the way you do, and ultimately the game is going to come back your way, they're going to start missing shots. You're going to start making shots. But there is a truth to the fact that you can dig the hole too deep, that you can't climb out of it, and that's what happened last night. So it really does suck that they've had an opportunity to get some momentum, and the Thomas injury happened, and ultimately you go out in the PMAC and you put together that performance, and you just it's going to be impossible to build momentum if you cannot capitalize. And this basketball team is lacking excitement, and when there are opportunities, like there have been over these last 2 SEC games, especially last night, to take advantage of creating momentum and excitement, you fall flat. You fall short. And it's extremely unfortunate. And the worst part is, the women's team is also sitting at 0-2. They play tomorrow night against Georgia in Athens, 5:30 p.m. on SEC Network Plus. Georgia's a 15-1 team, and they desperately need a win. Now, they haven't gotten blown out of a game yet. They lose to Kentucky at the buzzer, 80-78. They lose to Vanderbilt, 65-61 down the stretch. But that team, this women's basketball team, has got to stop shooting themselves in the foot. Because this is a team where you have the talent, 1,000%. You are one of the most talented teams in the country. You don't have players missing. You aren't missing your best players. They're all out there on the court. But when you lose to Kentucky, it's because of a stat as simple as 45 rebounds to 29, with 17 of them being offensive for Kentucky. You couldn't close out defensive possessions. How many times we were sitting right here watching it live? We had it on the television here. Wyatt, Lloyd, myself, Mac was at the game. Jonathan was in here with us. Were we throwing our hands up because you get a defensive stop, they miss the shot?
Ugh.
It's the same thing I teach my freshmen. You know what I tell them? I say, when does a defensive stop happen? When is the defensive possession over? When we have the basketball. When we get the rebound. It is not over until we have the ball. And that game against Kentucky, there was not the buying in, the effort to go rebound, commit to contact, clear the rebounding lane out, and go get the ball. And they didn't do that. And time again, Kentucky misses a shot, gets their rebound, milks the clock, is able to score. I told you, Lloyd, when you give up an offensive rebound, guess what happens? Made jump shots. You give up an offensive rebound, Kentucky kicks it out, they drill the three.
Ugh.
You're giving them multiple opportunities. And then you go against Vanderbilt, and you turn the ball over 22 times. It is very, very hard, if not impossible, to win basketball games when you turn the ball over 22 times. Down the stretch in the game, you continue to turn the ball over. When you are fighting and scratching and clawing against teams that are talented now, right? You faced off against two very, very talented teams in Kentucky and Vanderbilt, but you're better than both of those teams. But what you did was you didn't execute and you lost. And right now, it is extremely easy to turn your attention to February 13th and to wait for that. Because what you've seen is both basketball teams go out there and not deliver a product that the fan base is wanting to watch. And it's unfortunate. It's extremely unfortunate. Especially with this women's basketball team. I think the one benefit on their end is their coaching staff has earned the trust of the fan base that they'll get this right. The one thing they do need to do is they need to get it right quick. Because what they have next is Georgia this Thursday, who's a 15-1 unranked team. And then after that, they've got Texas, who's number 2 in the country, and Oklahoma, who's number 5 in the country. 2 top 5 teams after their matchup tomorrow night against Georgia. this Sunday against Texas and the next Sunday against Oklahoma. And you can change the narrative of the season in those matchups. But you won't win a game if you continue the habits of 22 turnovers and 17 offensive rebounds to the opposition. It's hard to win games like that. And for LSU men's basketball, they've got Vanderbilt this Saturday at noon in Nashville before Kentucky comes to town next Wednesday. You don't want to start 0-4. And it's going to be tough not to start 0-3 because Vanderbilt's a really good basketball team. I think they're top 10. What are they ranked? Number 11.
Where are you putting LSU's conference wins at the moment for men's basketball?
I have no idea.
Do you think they'd have one by now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Both of these two
like
games.
Last year.
These two games. Texas A&M with a first-year head basketball coach, and South Carolina, who is the worst team in the conference. Outside of you and South Carolina battled for last place last year. You could not have had a better setup to start 2-0 than what you got.
And
that was my biggest thing coming out of the SMU win through the closing out the kind of rental wins at the end of the non-conference was going in SEC play. You can go win one on the road against an A&M team that is beatable, and you saw it. You should have won the game even without your best player. And then take care of business at home against South Carolina. You'd be sitting at 14-1 and 2-0 in the conference, and confidence and excitement would be higher. But it's at an all-time low because you didn't answer the call. And you are running out of opportunities to build momentum and excitement. Because your game on Saturday against Vanderbilt is a very, very, very good basketball team. They're the number 11 they're the number 11 team in the country, and you don't have any momentum going for you right now. You had momentum coming off of A&M even with it being a loss. Because you played well, you made shots. McKinnon had 20, Nwoko almost had 20. You had some positive momentum. But like I said, this team, it's going to come down to, do you make shots or do you miss them? That's who they are. They're not turning you over. They're not doing all these other, they're not full court pressing you. They have to make shots. And against South Carolina, McKinnon was 6 for 14. Nwoko's 2 for 9. Sutton's 1 for 5. Reese is 1 for 6. Carter's 4 for 10. As a team, you shot 39% from the field. You lost the free throw battle. Against Texas A&M, you lost 72-75, but you shot 46% from the field. You won the free throw battle. And even though you turned the ball over more against A&M, you made shots. You have to make shots. That's who this team is. LSU women's basketball, on the other hand,
it needs to get tougher. Per Kim Mulkey.
No, they had 1,000%. I mean, they did not commit to contact to rebound the basketball against Kentucky, and it cost them. And now Kentucky's a top 10 team. And then against Vanderbilt, there was no reason when I was watching that game that they should have lost to Vanderbilt. Zero reason. They were better than that team, but they kept turning the ball. You kept giving the ball up.
Well, this was the thing that you were afraid of, right? Whenever you watched them play, and it was all fun and games against lesser competition, and you saw all of the flash and dash of what this team could look like when you're running the floor and getting stops on defense, and it's very exciting. But with backs against the wall against equal to, I guess,
to a competitive
opponent, it feels like LSU gets put in a box a little bit, to where if that's not there, it's all of you harp on the same things that have plagued LSU basketball since the national championship.
Right.
Which it's all of this is well and good to make Elite Eights and Final Fours, but whenever you want to actually, if you're going to put yourself in that position and you keep beating on the door, eventually you want to kick it down again. And it feels like that they've kind of stymied their progress in terms of knowing their deficiencies and not being able to correct them no matter who you bring in. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, no,
Where
I mean...
it's almost they're not, even if you know what you do poorly, you're not doing anything to correct it.
And the chemistry that I saw against Vanderbilt was where it should be.
They play with the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Like D. Wade used to say, never get too high, never get too low. This is the opposite. They can put 120 on you, or it could look like they all got space jammed and nobody knows what a basketball looks like, and nobody really wants to be there.
And so far through 2 games, you've got a big 3, right? Mylasia, Michaela, Flaugier. Against Kentucky, Michaela 26, Flaugier 15, Mylasia 2. Against Vanderbilt, Mylasia 13, Michaela 12, Flaugier 0.
Can't happen. Need all 3.
Can't happen. Yeah. But you've got to find a way, and this was the concern going into it. There's only one basketball on the court. You've got to find a way to build chemistry, move it around. And we were watching film yesterday with the varsity team. And as much as fans of basketball love a lob dunk or a fast break windmill, they also love when the ball gets swung around the court 6 times and they got a drive, kick, cut, drop off, swing, and into an open shot or a layup. And this basketball team has got to move the ball. Right? It can't be high ball screen, one dribble pull up every time.
Yep. Which they've been doing for 3 years.
Right. It can't be fast break 1-on-4. Sometimes pull it out. Swing it around. Because no longer does this team have Angel Reese or Anissa Morrow for when you take a bad shot, they're going to bring it in and they're going to lay it back up or they're going to get fouled.
Sometimes a miss was your best shot.
That's not who you are anymore.
Well, and it can't be Michaela Bayless out.
No, because she's not always going to make every shot.
Yeah, she could take the same shot with 26 seconds on the shot clock or 2.
And they've got to find toughness. They've got to find chemistry. They've got to find it all soon. And I believe that this team can.
Oh, yeah.
They have the pieces. They have the talent. They have the leadership and experience. So they can do it. That's the difference between the men's team and the women's team right now. Is there's not as much confidence in the men's team to build it to make it happen. But it's because they don't have a championship pedigree, right? They don't have the experience of what they've done in the past. But as of right now, both of these teams in the PMAC have got to figure it out. Because it's bad PR for LSU. It's looking bad on our head coach now for football because he goes to the first women's game and they lose. Now he's at the first men's game and they lose. And it looks like the Lane Kiffin's got him sitting at 0-2. It's just bad PR.
Bad. Oh, Sam Leavitt probably. I could play basketball too.
That was my first thought. Does he want to play point guard? Because if DJ's going to be on the bench, we need somebody to do it.
Lester Frank.
Liz Frank?
Mm-hmm.
Lester Frank. So, look, it's going to be a huge week for men's and women's basketball because if they both continue their losing ways, you can't turn the page fast enough to February 13th. And LSU baseball, first pitch.
38 days away, Tommy White days away. 37 days away, excuse me. 38 would be Cooper.
Tommy White was
47.
47, that's what it is. It's 47 days
47.
away.
Okay.
Sorry, I got Riley Cooper on the brain because he hit. Did you see this video of him?
I did see the video.
Yeah, the Which I also think, I don't believe that's why he did it. It's all fun and games to make fun of him because he's a plus-size pitcher. I get that, but he's going to do the work. But the fast throw, wherever camp he's at, like to make you throw harder and better and stronger with BFS, he's like, no sauna if you can touch over 93, but you have 5 pitches to do it. If you don't hit over 93, 20 minutes in the sauna. Of course, on the last pitch, he reps it up to like 93.8 or something like that. But Coop's still going to put the work in the sauna.
I miss Coop.
He's one of my favorite players of all time.
What an animal.
Yeah, he had a rubber arm. Never have I seen a coach have as much trust in a bullpen pitcher and a relief pitcher than Jay Johnson did.
He put him in some of the most dastardly situations, and you always knew who was coming out.
Yep.
It was,
here comes Coop.
Give me the lefty. And he got you ice buckets in the veins.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
he wasn't coming out either. Like, that wasn't just one inning. Like, the
bases loaded.
Game 1 of the finals, I think he threw, 3 innings?
Yeah.
I think he threw, like, the 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Jay thought he was going to be the mop. He thought he was going to get most outstanding player.
Yeah.
And he has a hell of a case.
I can't argue with it.
No, not at all. No, it's going to be, and that's one of the things I'm excited about because that's what's fun about baseball.
That's what's fun about LSU.
Especially LSU baseball. Because in other sports, you have the unsung heroes, right? The guys that step up and have, like with LSU women's basketball, and they won, like Jasmine Carson explodes in the national championship game, and they're able to pull out that victory. But in baseball, there's nothing quite like the Riley Coopers,
Cade Beloso,
the Cade Belosos, right? The guys that just you don't look at them and see most outstanding player on a national championship athletics team.
Yeah.
Then you're like, well, actually, played pretty well.
You've got the number 1 pick in the draft. You've got the number 2 pick in the draft. You got a bunch of people who are going to play in the major league,
and it's
major
that
leagues,
guy.
and then you've got a future litigation attorney,
right,
who gave you a home run in the first.
He's going to be
one of the finals,
a beer softball league
champion,
MVP for the remainder of his life. But right now, he's hitting go-ahead home runs against Florida in the national championship series.
The best thing about Beloso and part of that team is he didn't even try to play professional baseball. Like, definitely could have gotten an opportunity. He's like, I'm good.
And so that's what I'm excited about. This team is learning who.
I don't know if those days might be.
Yeah, we might be kind of big time now for that.
No, I mean you're still gonna have your unsung heroes that
all of them
up.
will play professionally at some.
No, I'm not saying you're gonna have a bunch of you're scrounging up through. I'm saying I'm talking about unsung heroes, guys that aren't Stephen Milam, Kason Evans, Jake Brown, and Derek Curiel. That Zach York is going to be,
he's a stud, unsung hero.
Like who's going to be the guy that when a night like Dalton Beck steps in and rips a single
king
against Tennessee.
Michael Braswell, some unbelievable plays.
Like that's what I'm excited to learn about this team when we get into baseball seasons.
Will Helmers.
Who are going to be those guys?
You need them.
Because you have to have them.
As easy as it was last year, it was not easy when you were down 5-1 against Arkansas Little Rock. That was a grim.
And then, but like even Ethan Fry, like you anticipated before the season, he was going to be a player.
Look at him.
But then, like as the season's going on, like he's kind of like your most reliable bat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then the
guys that just kind of play their way into the lineup that weren't starters, but then you look up like you can't take Fry out the lineup. Same thing like Jake Brown, like glue guy. It's like he's hitting 350 with 8 homers. And I'm sure he's great to be around and he's fun in the clubhouse, but he's a professional baseball player.
And then Kason Evans, you get introduced to him in the opening weekend. And you're like, well, this guy hits like crack. And as the season goes on, he only becomes more and more important.
Mm-hmm. That Chase Shore's like, he's got everything you need. Be nice. I'd love to see him put it together. Is he a starter? Is he not? Omaha's like, well, you'll never see him pitch at LSU again. Like, 102 out the pen. It's like, then that's when LSU became inevitable.
Jacob Myers is like this guy. Who's this Nichols transfer that they got, and they throw him in there, and guess what? You do one thing: throw fast.
Throw him the heater, Ricky.
That's it. And I still can't believe
that was
the one against Arkansas that they make him throw
a cutter,
off-speed pitch.
Struck out the Golden Spikes winner.
Yep.
To end the inning.
He was throwing bowling balls up there.
Oh yeah.
Just the heftiest of the hefty.
Yeah. But that's
he gets to leave because
right.
Omaha just. Pew!
That's my favorite thing about the time we're about to go through of baseball season, of the ebbs and flows of watching Jay tinker.
Yep.
Chess. The best thing about chess, you can move forward, you can move back, you
right.
can move laterally,
side to side.
You can stay on the board.
See a little Jared Jones at third. That was fun.
I'm not out. I'm still.
No, shut up. Shut up.
It was one bad play.
It was so bad.
It was bad.
It was the first play.
Well, yeah, the ugly finder. It finds the tightest butthole in the field.
He made that one.
He made a
awesome play.
Thank you.
Like the play before,
right?
In like a midweek game.
That's why he got back out there.
Yeah.
He tried. If it doesn't work,
it made sense.
Okay.
I was down for trying it.
Me too. He's an athlete.
It didn't work out though.
It did not work out.
No, not at all.
That was a dark time. Was the loss to Northwestern State.
That was my favorite time.
And people got real upset about it
when they couldn't hit.
You got run ruled against the Demons. It was like, let's just calm down a little bit.
I love it.
And then what? And then the South Carolina Game 1 loss where Cowan Wild pitch and it's a walk off against Maneri, and it was all hell broke loose.
I love it. Well, you'll see a different version of me during baseball season. Well, I guess the same, but different.
And then you lose 2-0 to Ole Miss in the SEC tournament, as if that game meant absolutely anything.
It's another thing that people will always continue to fail to realize. It's just it's another opportunity to play baseball until you realize where you are, and we don't have to do this anymore.
Mm-hmm. And then you lose to Little Rock.
Even then. When it was 5-1, we were watching it at Golf Suites. I was like, "This is not how this team. This is not the story of this 2020 4 baseball."
And then they go into West Virginia, and literally, Little Rock was the only team to beat LSU in the entire postseason.
Who? Little Rock, yeah,
it was the only loss LSU had in the entire postseason.
And if Little Rock beats LSU, they probably win the whole thing.
Little Rock?
Yeah, dude, they had some serious momentum.
I can't say that.
They
were hot. They were hot.
That's baseball. Like Fresno
State.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
it was unbelievable. They couldn't.
Angel Cano at first base.
Yeah, everyone's like, he's a Tiger.
Turned into David Ortiz.
He's hitting 228 through the regular, and he's hitting 450 in Alex Bach with four nukes.
He's a different person.
He's unreal. He's got the sweetest swing I've ever seen.
It was unbelievable. And they've got this center fielder that's catching
everything. He almost robbed that.
He almost tried. He tried.
Yeah, I'll be damned.
He was pissed when he didn't get
it. Because he knew, this is my legacy.
Right.
Fucking Torrey Hunter out there. And Jesus, calm down.
LSU fans are doing research on Cano, and they're like, eligibility. And Little Rock's got to announce it after the year. He's coming back.
Yeah.
Because everyone anticipated the classic Jay move of
he's staying
we play against some, because he does it
every year.
Because Dardar now hit a homer and a double off of Cade in the Frisco whatever last year. Now he's a Tiger. Cowan at Wofford. Now he's
Tiger.
He's recruiting.
The best was Cano whenever everybody wait, he's hitting 220?
Right.
And Jay Mitch saw him swing and goes, that is not a 220 swing. He's like, I don't think it can't be the same person. Because, I mean, it's like that is a launching pad. He looks like a professional. He's like, I don't know what happened or if it just uninspired baseball, but then he got to Alec Box, lights are on.
This is it.
Yeah, you could be a Tiger. No, he's staying. Arkansas, whatever, you coughed up the pennies that came out of that throat.
Shout out to
that would have been
head
awesome.
coach Chris Curry.
Yeah, good dude.
Yeah.
Peach Bowl legend.
Peach Bowl captain. 18.
Yeah, 18.
That was a dark time, that Little Rock. As someone who was vehemently defending Jay Johnson all season.
Right.
Going down 5-1 to Little Rock, and you're like...
Oh, after the air in the outfield,
oh my God.
They ran into each other. Yeah,
if
the first time they looked human, Superman can bleed.
Yeah.
I was like, that's okay.
Thank God.
Plenty of time.
Lloyd
Plenty
and Justin
of time.
started holding hands.
That's right.
There you go.
It worked.
Brought it all the way back.
And look where without Justin, this LSU football season is. I mean, thank God. But so many close games, so many one-score games, so many games we were winning that could
lost
have been.
Every watch party.
Without Justin.
We lost every watch party.
Because he didn't want to.
LSU did not win.
He didn't want to go skin to skin with me.
Besides Clemson.
Over there.
Justin's starting his own podcast.
Walk with me.
Babbin' on the Bayou.
Oh, I love that.
It's a good name.
Blabbin' with Babbin.
Blabbin' with Babbin. I told him he should have called you before you got this thing rolling. He was like, I have production questions. I was like, don't ask me. Ask Lloyd. That's the producer extraordinaire.
I don't know. That heavy is the head that wears that crown.
Yeah.
I'm yet to find who it is, but it can't be me.
Joe.
Yeah. If you could smoke cigarettes in the studio.
Yeah. Let's connect athletically here. We haven't done this in a while.
I guess Joe's would probably be the best producer because he doesn't give a fuck about sports.
He would just be back there
But
working.
he is fascinated by it, and he's more fascinated by the computer than I just use. This is just a vehicle for me to get to the microphone.
Of course.
But then I ended up nobody ever else never. Well, Wyatt is in it.
I'm getting there.
But then people become enamored over there. I know.
Sit in this chair too long.
I was ready to switch at any point. I thought you were going to bring me over.
There you go. Good.
We'll bring you over tomorrow. We'll start it tomorrow.
Because that's where Christian went wrong.
That's what I don't want to make the same mistake. I don't want to become the annoying little brother of Lloyd. I want to stay on the same level where we're cool.
Right. You see what happens.
Yeah, I don't want to become like. I don't think I'll ever get to that point.
No,
there's nothing I could really
in that
do.
Chair long enough,
to be honest. But I don't want to do that.
It would take a lot to turn into Christian. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Christian was my fault anyway.
He texts me about
where's he been?
Basketball. He's coming back next week.
Oh, good.
He's the funniest basketball fan ever. Every time someone makes a mistake, they're the worst player ever.
He's like Sean.
Yeah, literally.
Banana slug.
Baton Rouge.
Calling. Johnny Cash, Johnny Vaught.
Oh, Golden Bear, Gaucho, Buren. What's the last one? It's California
Bears
schools, like
the
mascots.
Bears, the Bruins,
the banana
Gauchos.
slugs.
What is the banana slug?
The Kraken, the Lightning, the Avalanche,
the Mammoth,
and the.
Is that hockey teams?
Yeah.
Hurdle, javelin, pole.
Oh.
I don't know what the last one is.
I was just say Craig Counsell, Craig Hurdle. Oh, these are managers.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh wow.
They are not.
These
Hurdle, javelin, baton, pole.
Yeah. I'm looking at baton. I'm thinking
Baton.
Baton Rouge. Yeah.
All I could see was Baton Rouge.
Yeah. I missed the 2023
close.
Baseball team.
Yeah, it's an all-timer.
All-timer.
Dude, we had Cade Beloso, Nate Ackenhausen, Riley Cooper. I felt so represented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a bigger guy, that was so much fun.
Yeah, that represented this year.
As hated, I mean, they were
our guy Zach York.
As hated as this LSU football team will be. I think everybody loved that LSU baseball team.
What, 25? Or no,
23?
Yeah,
26. I mean, it's starting to become a black hat for baseball too, because remember after the first portal run through when he got Tommy White and,
right,
you know,
schemes.
They're tampering, they're cheating,
right?
Maybe they just want
a championship.
Yeah, maybe they just want to come play at LSU.
Yeah,
with the best manager in the sport.
Yep.
Or we can all
Oh, he picked LSU over Arkansas. Well, I mean, yeah. You come to LSU to win championships. You go to Arkansas to lose to LSU.
To choke.
Yeah.
Like,
or you can go to Tennessee. And then you can hopefully...
They got their 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, I mean, enjoyed that. We'll take it from here.
Ugh.
Killian Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is Killian Murphy.
Who is she?
I don't know. She's not very confident. Mm-mm. Oh, is it Elizabeth Olsen?
Nope. I see that a little bit.
11.
I did crush Stranger Things during my flu bout.
I don't have Netflix.
I've never watched it at all. Is it even worth it?
It's pretty good.
Really?
It's very interesting.
Is there a new episode coming out? I've seen the
I don't know.
rumors.
There a lot of people feel like there is.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Is this?
It would be awesome. That would be like one of the greatest.
It would be pretty cool.
Things.
Did they leave it open-ended?
Not really, but it's Stranger Things, so it could always be like,
haha.
Like, or it could be like, no, that was actually this demon monster
dream.
Yeah, you know.
What I've seen is people thought the finale was so bad that they're basically saying like
they did leave a lot to be desired.
The bad guy was just making an illusion. This was all a dream.
Right.
It was a fake finale, and they have a real finale that they're gonna do. I think it's like tonight or something, but I don't. It's probably fake. It's probably just some cope.
I don't know who this woman is.
No clue.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't mean to offend you. I don't know you.
I don't think it's offensive to
not know them.
Yeah, plastered on the face of a male.
I know that's Cillian Murphy though.
It's definitely Cillian Murphy.
They gave him a lot of the cheeks.
It's his cheeks.
It's the scarecrow.
They just didn't give him the.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
It's not Catherine Zeta-Jones.
She dips beneath the lasers.
1999. I'm out.
What does this say?
Originally drafted out of Mississippi State, this Bills wide receiver set a wild card weekend record by totaling 240 receiving yards in a 17-24 loss to the Dolphins in 1999.
Peerless Price?
I have no idea.
Wasn't born.
Hayes Fawcett just dropped a popcorn eye emoji.
Oh yeah, we're getting everybody.
Eric Moulds.
Eric Moulds.
Heard the name.
How about Harbaugh getting fired?
Crazy.
Along with finishing fourth in MVP voting, Jonathan LaCroix led the National League in doubles while playing for this team in 2014.
Is he a Brewer?
The Brewers, yeah.
Bang.
Soccer.
After finishing runner-up in the 2006 World Cup, this European country failed to advance to the knockout stage in 2010 after a draw to Uruguay and losses to Mexico and South Africa.
This would be France.
Lost
the World Cup in 2006. Zinedine Zidane headbutted somebody, got a red card, sent off against, I think it was Italy.
One of the cooler images in sports is him having to walk by the trophy.
Yeah.
While he's your best player. And he just, I think somebody, was it Italy?
Yeah, that's who they lost to in 06.
Called like his mom a terrorist whore, and he's like,
wow.
Sometimes you got to stand on business.
Yeah.
And he, like, the coolest thing you can do is headbutt somebody in the chest and knock them completely off their feet.
And soccer players flop a lot. I don't think he flopped.
No, I think
it was a legit.
He hurt all that week.
Yeah.
Is this nitrogen?
Ammonia. Inorganic chemical compound, 2 atoms each with the first 10 elements of the periodic table.
That's impressive if you know that.
I believe it's nitrogen.
You say nitrogen?
Mm-hmm.
Bang.
Rosamund Pike.
Whoa.
Says chef.
Who is that?
Drop the link.
Randy Jones. Zach York is the biggest great baseball player ever.
That's such a great way to word that.
What U.S. state produces the most avocados?
Avocados from Mexico.
What is that from?
That's the commercial.
Is it just about avocados?
Yeah. Have you never seen that?
No, I've heard it before. I just didn't know what it was for.
I'm a sucker for a good jingle. I love a good jingle.
That's a really good one, and you know it well.
Yeah. The
O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Ow!
It is the best. A good jingle is,
so good.
Undefeated.
If I ever have car trouble, I'm going to O'Reilly's.
Of course.
Like, I have to.
Ow! California, Johnny O. Goodson says. What's another good jingle?
The General.
The LeBurs used to have one, but I can't
The General
remember.
is a good jingle. I mean, the Spencer Callahan.
No free ads.
But his was a good one. He's got a good jingle. Was it Stanley Steamer? He's got a good jingle. What was the other JT Wentworth?
JT Wentworth. 877 cash now. That's a good one.
What's the other one? Roto-Rooter.
I don't know that one.
Clever for that. Did you just bench me to the Avocados from Mexico song? He literally goes.
Is it California?
What's he goes, you are not going to play today. In the he goes,
yeah.
Did you just bench me to the Avocados from Mexico song?
That's incredible. I forgot about that.
Jacuzzis edited in thought bubble jokes and animations, and Roger Lodge.
What a sentence!
I'm confused. As the host were part of this dating show from 1999 to 2006 that followed two strangers on a first date.
Oh.
Ty Simpson just declared for the draft.
He did. Congratulations to Ty.
What is this show? I know what this is.
Who's going to be Alabama's quarterback next year?
Blind date. That's what I thought.
There you go. Blind date. that was what. You're not going to start today.
Yeah.
That's funny. That is a great commercial. A high speed. There you go.
Music.
This pops band had major.
Oh no.
It's the 1980s. Do you really want to hurt me?
Time. You really want to make me cry? But don't hurt me. Please, don't hurt me. Simple Jack. Do again.
Avocados from Mexico. What are some other good jingles?
I mean, the best ever. I don't know that this is a legit jingle, but it was like a specific commercial. But I want my baby back, baby back,
ribs.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
That's a good one.
Jelly.
Culture Club.
And then there's the
Nationwide.
I guess it's
Nationwide.
And then remember when Burger King had its run? You rule.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Have it your way. You rule.
That was,
during the DeMar Hamlin went straight from like this guy might be dead to like
you can have it your way.
You can have it your way.
Choose life.
If you want some fries and a burger,
yeah,
come see us.
You know what really could fix you in this trying time?
Chicken fries.
You know what else could stop your heart? A fucking Whopper.
Dude, I love a Whopper.
A Whopper's good.
Chicken fries?
Wait, have you seen the T-Rex burger from Wendy's?
Really?
What is it?
What is it?
Wait, let's put in Rosamund Pike first in the celebrity.
Rosebud.
Oh, Ricola, of course, yes.
How do you spell it?
Ricola.
Rosamund Pike. And
Killian.
Adios. Adios, Grace.
Randy Wyatt was in the choir.
I was.
Big boy Wyatt with the baby back ribs, vocals nice.
Dude, don't get me started. I'll start singing like a motherfucker. I went to New York, sang at Carnegie Hall.
There you go. Avocado.
I'm surprised you didn't go to the deli.
Oh, I was at that deli. Don't worry. They knew me at that deli.
No, guys.
You're the worst.
Yeah.
He's just so mean.
You get brag like that.
Just rolls off my abnormally large stomach. It's all good.
Speaking of the T-Rex burger.
I mean, you're
surprised he didn't go to the deli.
And then he oinks at you like a pig.
Yeah. It was so bad. It's not even. I like a good fat joke. I can't lie. Like, it's not bad.
Of course.
I hate that I can't really use fat fuck. Because fat fuck is,
Yeah.
that's so good. It rolls off the tongue.
What do you mean you can't use it?
Well, it's not like you can't say, oh, you got a fucking big forehead.
Yeah.
Like, it would be,
You fat fuck forehead?
invalid coming from you, you know? Like,
I guess you can't call the forehead a fat fuck.
No.
Mongoloid.
that's why I go to the gym. Like, every day I'm like bench pressing. I'm like, I have to be able to say fat fuck.
There you go.
Yeah,
You got to find your motivations.
Every day.
I like that. What am I looking? Oh,
I'm ready to not cough anymore.
I know.
It's the worst.
We are farmers.
That's
That's
a
a
really
good
good
one.
jingle.
I like that one a lot.
Let me Google some jingles here.
Hold on.
The LeBurs used to have a good one on the radio. I remember when I was like riding home from LSU games with my dad. I used to think about it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh,
2, 4.
How many patties is that?
that's a lot.
Is this real? Like, you can actually order this?
Uh-huh.
No chance. I mean, I would.
Would that be good?
I mean,
That's a
you
lot.
can't eat it like
You can't
that.
eat that.
Yeah, you're gonna take off if there's 8 patties there. You're gonna take off 6.
Yeah.
Eat the
5.
6 separately.
Would you order this if there's 2, 4? Why did they skimp the cheese? It feels like on the last one. That's a cruel trick. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's call it 9 to 10. Would you order like 4 extra buns?
You'd have to. I mean, so if it's
That
9,
has 4 double cheeseburgers.
if it's 9, I just need to order.
3.
I just need 3 buns. 'Cause I
3
can put
sets?
I can
You're
put-
going triple
I can put
patty?
3. You could do. I can do triple.
See, I don't like triple patty.
Too much?
I don't like too much meat in my burger. I like it. It needs to be a good ratio of meat to everything else. Too much meat ruins it, I feel like.
I agree.
I would buy that. Just if it's like a good price and I'm getting a good amount of food for the money. I'm big on quantity when I look for food. I'm big on quantity.
Oh, I am the same way.
That's like I want a lot of food.
Right.
Not necessarily like bigger items, but like I like a lot of like
Yeah.
variety of stuff.
9 patties.
That's why I'm fat.
$21
Wow.
to $24.
Oh, see, no, that's too much, I think.
So $21 for 9 patties.
I could get 4 for 4s for that same price.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or
That is
4
true.
biggie bags, rather. The biggie bag might be the greatest invention.
3,000
Big
calories. Now, if you're on
3,000 is
keto,
crazy.
sure, take the bun off, and people will eat that and be like, I had lunch.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be bad if you were like meal prepping, and you just
Oh, yeah.
like you were just you wanted to get
A Hockaburger.
just some 10 patties for your week.
If you're meal prepping Wendy's, you need to just give up.
I don't think you're doing it right.
Yeah, you just give up. You're gonna be fat forever.
I mean, that's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good. Like Wendy's is a good burger.
No, that melty cheese.
Yeah,
I
like
know
it-
how that rubbery
Yeah,
melty cheese right
Oh,
there.
the American
that goes
classic.
hard. That
That's
is some
good,
good
that's-
cheese. That fucking leaf of lettuce, that crunch when you bite into that stalk.
Never
is
had
gonna
it.
be good.
What's my
do you mean
my
you've never
what's
had
my
it?
FanDuel line?
Never had a lettuce.
Finishing this burger.
Time?
What? No, if you're FanDuel, you're putting a line like likelihood of me to finish it. If I beat the burger,
Oh, I
the
thought you were
burger
saying like
beats me.
bites.
No.
Oh,
I
you're
guess we can do
finishing it.
over-under. Okay, well, the over under on bites be.
I guess you get to take it apart. It'd be
No, I
funnier.
say you don't eat
No,
it.
yeah.
no
to
taking
take
it
it
apart. Buns have to stay. It has to stay
yeah.
sandwiched.
And if it falls apart, no dice.
No, I mean it's gonna fall apart.
But then you put it back together.
You have to put it back together.
You're
You can't-
trying to eat it like in
In like
as
a
little
normal
bites as
sandwich.
possible.
Yeah.
I think you could do it in 4.
Whoa, no way.
If you if you
4.5,
press it all the way down,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I could.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm thinking of me. I don't know how. If no
Wring it
one's
out like a
that.
sponge.
I don't.
Do I still have the video of me with the burrito?
It look.
I can 4-bite a waffle from Waffle House. I do that all.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
easy,
And it's
honestly.
like, remember the Titans?
What's remember?
when was that?
No, I know what Remember the Titans is, but what's the reference?
Whenever they get free waffles and they fold them, and they're like,
Oh,
no more
yeah.
free waffles.
Literally, that's what I do.
God, when was that? Oh, there it is. 4 minutes, 41 seconds. Let me see.
I mean, show it to the camera.
Holy crap.
4 minutes is a long time.
4 minutes is kind of long for that.
Those 3. I got it in 3 bites.
Oh, we're having a go at me in the 24-hour stream. Look at this dude's mouth.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Let's see.
Bite of lettuce on that burger is so good. What the fuck?
So wait, you've never had lettuce before?
He doesn't eat vegetables.
That's insane. Lettuce is good. Like,
no, there's no
lettuce
way.
is so good.
What do you think's the most over-purchased thing at the grocery store?
Over-purchased thing at the grocery store?
Purchased and not used. Just everybody gets lettuce and never eats it. You never finish the bag.
That's not an indictment on lettuce.
Yeah, it's not.
It means it's not very. What other things do you buy every time that you don't finish? They're like, I have to have
There's
it.
nothing I don't finish. I finish everything. Yeah. Like, I don't know what
But like,
happens
if I
at your
get
house.
a half pound of turkey,
oh, I'm finishing it.
man, it's gone by the end of the week.
End of the week.
I get a half pound turkey, half pound ham.
Okay. All right.
Make a little wrap.
I'm trying to think of what
Low carb tortillas from.
doesn't get used, gets bought a lot, but not used.
It's lettuce. Every time. Every fridge I've ever seen, they're like, oh, gotta toss this out. Every house I've ever lived in.
But again, that's not an indictment on lettuce.
And then you buy it
I feel
again.
like.
And it just goes bad quickly. It's like you never really want it.
Well, but this is the thing about lettuce is what are you?
What's it for? I don't know.
You have to have a plan for lettuce. You don't
Yeah,
just get
I
lettuce.
think people get it with the idea of I'm going to eat it because I should.
Because like if I'm gonna
and
make,
then you never want it.
If I'm gonna make if we're making burgers or chicken sandwiches or something, then yeah, I want lettuce to put on it.
Yeah.
Or if I'm gonna make a salad, then I need the lettuce.
I think that's
for
the idea
salad.
behind just people like I'm gonna make a salad,
And
and then they never make a salad.
Because like last night I made a salad with my grilled chicken.
That's healthy.
It was healthy.
What sauces? Ranch?
I put ranch on it.
Ranch is so good. See, we get it. I'll make turkey or ham sandwiches. The problem with our lettuce is what's that? What's that? What's going on?
I just think of little bubs. You guys want some sandwiches?
All right, man.
6 cents.
No, but the problem with our lettuce is it gets like purple.
Wilted, yeah.
Right.
So I'm not throwing it out because I'm not using it. I'm throwing it out because I don't want to eat the icky lettuce. You know, I'll just get a new bag of lettuce. It's not like I have lettuce and I'm
How
just
much does
like,
it cost?
Oh, this lettuce is
Lettuce?
not good.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's pretty cheap.
Not that expensive.
Because I've saved so much. I never bought a tomato.
I'm pretty indifferent on tomatoes.
Yeah,
I've never bought an onion.
I don't hate on a tomato.
Onions are so good. I love onions.
Hate an onion.
That's crazy. I love onions.
Hate onions.
When I get a burger at fast food, I go
Onion?
mayo, lettuce, onion.
My mom goes.
Cheese.
So this is my mom. Like from when we would eat McDonald's. Growing up, my mom would get extra
Lettuce.
slivered onion, like the extra
They have
slivered onions.
McDonald's has the best onions.
They
The
do.
diced.
No,
Holy
they
shit.
used to piss me
Slivered.
off.
They're
It's the way they're cut.
Yeah,
No,
that's
those
the
are the
long
best.
ones?
No, they're the little.
No, they're
Oh,
little
yeah.
they're diced onions.
Diced
I
onions.
hate when people like get caramelized onions
I don't like.
and
those
then
as
they
much.
eat the burger and all of the onions slither out.
Yeah,
And then
that
they go-
does suck.
And I was like, it's not fucking spaghetti.
Yeah.
It's onion.
That's why the
Onions!
McDonald's onions are better.
Sure, I hate those onions
Oh,
because they.
Eugene Wilson commits to LSU.
That's why you
live
say on the
right
stream.
now. There we go.
Wow.
That's a big one. Nice addition there as LSU gets another wide receiver commit. Eugene Trey Wilson. He's 5'10", 190 pounds. So 107 receptions for 1,043 yards, 10 touchdowns over 3 seasons. He was a 5-star recruit coming out of 2020 recruiting class. He's had some injury stuff that's going on.
Phenomenal freshman year.
He did have a very, very good freshman year, but he's battled with some injury stuff.
LSU Ole Miss. Oh, go ahead.
Toss that tape up on the screen.
That's what I was about to do. But real quick,
What you got?
Pete Golding confirms Joe Cox and George McDonald, Old McDonald, are the 2 offensive coaches who will not be with Ole Miss for the Fiesta Bowl.
So that's tight ends coach and wide receivers coach?
Do they want to be here? Damn right they do. But no, it's LSU has 35 players in the portal, only have jobs to do that they're being paid to do.
What a novel idea.
Yep. I mean,
Pete Golding shtick is getting very old quickly.
They'll learn soon enough.
Do you see that belt to motherfucking ass? You won by a field goal. You almost shit down your leg because you don't know the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
really
him recover
bad.
the kick. It's an
and they walked
you
on the
can't
field.
advance it. So yeah,
Wrong.
Yeah.
Not the rule.
And
that's so embarrassing.
just so bad.
Hey.
So bad.
You like me 8 whiskeys deep. Like that's the untimed play because nobody moved.
Yeah, literally. We were all in the studio. Y'all are sick as dogs. We're like, they have a second.
Yeah,
like that's not a
roll
why
the
are we
thing back
walking
on
It
the
doesn't tick.
field.
Yeah.
And then why are these
They Gatorade
idiots
bathed
pulling
him.
the stage out?
Came
Yeah.
out 3 times. They couldn't
And
wait.
before half, they messed up the clock. They had the ball in field goal range, didn't get the first down, and the clock ran out. It's
Yeah.
so funny. It literally is
Chambliss
like...
isn't getting that waiver.
No, I don't think so.
That's what him re-signing with Ole Miss, that's what it told me. For the 149 people that still stuck around, that's what it told me, is that waiver, he's not getting that waiver. If he was getting that waiver, he wouldn't be at Ole Miss.
Yeah, this is them putting pressure on, like trying to make a bad thing good. But like, look, I'm trying to go to school here. They asked him, "Are you going? Did you have pressure to go anywhere else?" He's like, "I did, but at the end of the day, Ole Miss just felt right."
Congratulations.
You ready to learn Jets, buddy?
Yeah, I mean,
It really is the perfect... Like, it's so easy to say that it's like a breakup, but it really is the perfect metaphor because
yeah.
Ole Miss is like the girl who like is posting on Instagram. She's
Yes.
going out. She looks good. She's talking to new guys. And LSU's just sitting here. We're just focusing on ourselves. We're going to the gym. We're eating right. And guess what? The girl may look good now. That's fine.
Yeah, she's
She's
hurt.
to LSU wasn't just the right decision. That was the only decision.
Yeah.
There
Like,
you go. Amen.
Busted.
This guy's a player.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, he's...
No, I mean, this is like a player.
Yeah.
Throw it.
Oh, Billy Napier.
He tried.
He tried. This is a player.
I do also like this picture of Eugene Wilson.
Let's see it.
Right here. Beat that.
Meat.
This one. Yeah, God.
Love that. Yeah.
That's gonna
Love
be
that.
that's gonna look good in the purple and gold.
That's such an LSU thing.
Yeah, we can get that customized, brother. We don't have to do.
And he
tape.
was sitting. He was sitting at the game last night with Kiffin.
That's who that was.
in that photograph.
Yeah.
Look
Eugene
at this
was sitting there, so
photograph.
That's a really good addition.
How many commits are we thinking today, including Eugene Trey Wilson?
I mean, they've been doing it in fours. I feel like it's been.
I think Jackson Harris. I think that was the only one. It was the second day of the portal. I think, and then I think Guillory and Trey Brown were
Right.
in the day, and then yesterday was 4.
And they also had the tight end that committed with.
Oh yeah, so they
Brown
had 3
and
that day. That's right.
And
And
then
then
yesterday was 4.
It's been a nice little morphine drip.
I would say.
Oh, it's
I would say
phenomenal.
today is. I think.
The quarterback is you're waiting to not.
And when do you expect the quarterback?
I don't know. They're gonna drag this.
That's the thing, right? You don't really. I don't really know.
Levitt's not going to commit.
No, I mean if he's going on a
because
visit
he's
to
at Tennessee,
and he's going to wait for this Dante Moore deal, right?
I think that's it. If I'm done,
Does Oregon scare you? Like
Sure.
not
Yeah.
Oregon like the school. I'm saying like the
The
fact
pri-
that
the-
their job could come open.
yeah,
The quarterback
absolutely.
position, and
Yeah.
you're kind of.
if there was one quarterback job opening that I would be scared of, I think it would be Oregon, based on their success
Right,
in the
right,
portal
right,
at quarterback
right. And the
and their
money.
endless money.
Right, yeah,
like
and
that
the
combined, I think that's
A lot of money. Yeah.
that's tough.
Because that's kind of like the thing right now is you're sitting and it's like, it feels like that Oregon's even in the mix for Leavitt potentially too.
He's from Oregon.
Right. And so it's like, I mean, you could go Leavitt, you could go Williams, but Oregon also could go either way, I guess. I don't know. But I would assume the more time that goes on, the least likely it's Leavitt, right?
It feels that way, especially after he left.
Yeah.
If he would have, if he would have like still been here or like not going to Tennessee. I don't know. The timing of DeMond Williams.
Look at Wilson. I mean, like Wilson was at the game with them last night, sitting, and now he's committed this morning.
Yeah, the timing of like it was literally like within 20 minutes of DeMond Williams went in, and then Sam Leavitt scheduled his visit to Tennessee. That's
a good thing.
That might not be everything, but it's not nothing.
It's something.
I don't think
because when schools don't get tagged to players just randomly.
Yeah.
Like where it's everyone is looking at DeMond Williams and going, LSU. Like that's not an accident. So
it seemed like the behind the scenes people who kind of got him to put his name out there were LSU and Oregon. And then you have Oregon people who are kind of 50-50 on if they're really in it. Like you had an Oregon guy say Oregon's not really involved. You have some Oregon people saying they are, but if you don't know when someone enters the transfer portal, it usually means that's not you.
Right.
So, we'll see. I love my boy DeMond.
And then for Alabama quarterback wise, is it the guy they subbed in the other night?
Austin Mack.
Or now their quarterback's going.
Yeah.
He went off with a whipper.
The draft.
Tail between your legs.
It's got to be just a battle between Mack and Keelan, yeah.
Because I didn't think Mack looked half bad.
No, I think he looked fine.
You can't look worse.
Yeah, but he came in a good spot.
Ty Simpson. We have an epidemic in football.
Of?
Crying.
I don't mind it.
There are acceptable times for it.
Yes. That was not one of them.
Yeah.
He played for a year.
Yeah, but he's been at Alabama for 3 or 4.
And it all came crashing down. I get it.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I think.
No, I mean I don't hate it. I mean, but like me personally, I think that's a moment you've got to keep it together.
Jalen Hurts didn't cry.
Well, Jalen Hurts doesn't have any emotions. Period.
Good.
I don't think I've ever seen him smile.
It is a good-looking man.
He is.
Yeah, he's up there.
Did you see Joe Burrow have his?
He was like fixing his hair.
His fixation.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
His hair's long.
Look good.
It does look good.
Looks good.
But it's in that odd spot. He can't tuck it back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was clearly frustrated, and then he just got frustrated at his hair, and he just wanted to get up and leave, and he just also wanted to scream, just
fuck this organization.
I hate when he's upset.
He copied me with the middle part.
Yeah.
You go, Wyatt.
Happens.
It was all you.
Yeah.
I'm getting a haircut today.
Yeah, I think I'm getting one.
Need
soon.
one.
I thought we were gonna get haircuts at the stream. I waited.
It's getting long.
We'll go together.
Yeah. Brothers Barbershop, Denham Springs.
All 3 of us.
Shout out Steve-O.
I'll go. You guys strike me as like 2 people who are like gonna like buy houses together.
No chance.
When you're like 70 years old and like married or not married.
Not with the way that I've seen Lloyd live.
I think he's gonna convert you though.
To be a nasty?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not as nasty as you think.
I mean, the scene in Omaha was pretty rough.
That was a bit. He gave me too much ammo.
I guess.
I think you guys are
tied at the hip.
Till death do you part.
We thought about a content house at one point.
Yeah.
About like just getting a place to house the show. And just
putting cameras up everywhere, like
it's
Big Brother.
Someone in the living room watching 2019 highlights at all time.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Porque!
That was crazy. What was his name?
Oh,
Marcelos.
Yeah. Porque.
Yeah, it was like Love Island, like Brazil.
Wild.
Oh, wait, the one where the dude gets his girl fucked?
Yeah.
He's like watching on the TV. He's like, no!
He's running across the beach.
And the girl's in the bed and she's literally like riding that dude's shit.
Yeah. Looks like.
What was his name? Oh, I can't remember his name.
I know. Oh, dude. I didn't watch the whole thing, but like I saw the
everybody
clip.
saw that part.
Yeah, that thing's hilarious.
Porque.
I think having sex on camera with a blanket over you is objectively hilarious.
Oh, yeah. We should film Omaha next time. Cameras in every corner.
You think so?
In the RV.
We did that. We had a good bit of that.
God, I hate RVs.
Well, you had a bad experience.
Montoya.
No, I have many.
Montoya.
Bad experience. Montoya, yeah.
Yeah.
He's running down the beach.
I mean, he doesn't know what to do. He's crashing out. Respectably.
That's hilarious.
Incredible clip.
Incredible content.
Yeah, Omaha will be fun this year because we're going to Omaha because LSU is making it to Omaha.
Well, don't talk like that.
Unless Angel Cano gets in our way. He comes back for revenge.
Cano.
That guy.
We appreciate everybody hanging out with us here on this Wednesday morning. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 to 10 a.m. With more, hopefully more portal news. Get you set up for LSU women's basketball tomorrow night. See, maybe we can get Joe on tomorrow, which will be maybe a tougher interview with Coach Schwartz.
Yeah, not all fun and games, maybe.
0-2 in SEC plays, never fun. I'm sure he'll be zooming in from Athens as they've gone from Nashville to Athens. I will say, I don't know if you want to watch the Vanderbilt game. I hate the way the Vanderbilt court is set up.
I know.
It's the worst.
Step up.
Especially for a city that would be good for hosting events and games and these things, and it's got the coaches and the bench are under the goals and everything off the court is all. I hate it.
It just looks disgusting.
I think that's why it's a multi-purpose arena.
I guess. I hate it. But like Johnny O. Good said, take care. See y'all mañana.
Take care. Mañana. Porque.
See y'all tomorrow.
Johnson.